from now on.
Hello.
Oh,
And
Oh
we
dear, oh
are.
dear, oh dear, oh dear.
It's
Can't get
like
the staff these
Andrew
days.
back in the room.
Well, we should be back in the room, but I don't know if anyone's going to rejigger their stream. I don't know.
yeah, I think they will, won't they? They should do.
No one's on it yet.
Who watching?
Oh,
Could be me for one.
we got two. We got two people.
We got a thumbs down straight away and a thumbs up.
Whee!
We can't hear you, Mark. No, I know. Welcome back. There was absolutely no amateur hour. Yes, Kieran, amateur hour. You're right.
I think from now on we'll just put links in the description and get people to go away and look at it later.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm sorry about that, folks, but there was no reason for that to be muted at all. None. So there was a button I could have pressed. I got it back in the end.
I was going to say, can you imagine it? We're back, but we're off these. We're all saying our goodbyes now.
Yeah, well, we are pretty much 21:37. But what did I
We're
miss?
back. See you later.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel. You can see and hear everything now. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what caused that, but anyway, there you go. All back. Jolly good. Give one or two people a chance to come back in. It's 33 now, so I think most people have found their way, refresh the screen and come back in. So I won't do it again, but Planet of the Vapes, I'll just read it out myself from here. That'll probably be the best way. As a direct response, the team announced its official stance. From now on, we will not be taking adverts promoting disposables, will not be reviewing any single-use devices, and will not be posting any weekly deals offering disposables. So that is their new stance on disposables. Which I have to say, that's quite a strong stance, really, when you think, you know, a lot of their income will be from adverts, from things like that, won't it?
Yeah.
So, you know,
Well, I can't speak for anywhere else, but I know that the vape shops around here are starting to see people who would have come in previously, maybe buying one disposable, then buying 5 disposables because it was an offer, you know, 5 for £20,
right,
are now starting to look at pod systems,
right,
and are starting to slowly but surely move. Because if you think of it, if you start off with one, like when I first got wee disposables, the 5 would have lasted me absolutely ages. But then all of a sudden it became more of a little crutch while I was working because it was just easier to pick up because you just knew it was there and you knew it was going to work straight away. No dry hits, no nothing. And then that doesn't become financially viable to keep doing that. Going in and buying 5 at a time for 5 times 2 mil. So 10 mil liquid costing you 20 quid, where you can buy 5 bottles. You get 4 bottles or whatever of 10 mil, 40 mils of liquid for 10 quid. So it soon doesn't work out financially viable for people to keep on doing it.
Well, it can't do. How can it? How can it logically? Because when you're supplying a battery and a coil and everything, and then you toss it away and you've got to buy all that battery and everything all over again. You know, it stands to reason, and it doesn't take you long if you bought something like, well, even the Ripley at 40 quid. And let's put the Ripley and yeah. I mean, I know there's better like pod systems like that. Well, all right, take that one then, Roy.
That Nord.
How much is the Nord?
You can get them at 19 quid.
So 19 quid and a pack of coils, probably another tenner, 12 quid, something like that. So 30 quid, and you've got something that will probably last you for 6 to 12 months, I would have said.
Yep.
Something like that. Anywhere, depending on how much you vape.
And then going in 10, if your mouth's too long on it, 10 quid a week maximum, probably. 10 quid a week maximum, 40 mil of juice to vape through it.
Yeah. So it's a no-brainer to me. But I just think, you know, it was quite a brave move of them, because they must get a lot of income from advertising these things. It's a bit of a cash cow for a lot of companies, isn't it? These disposables, it really is.
But there's not that much profit. But again, you'd have to shift high volumes of disposables to make a decent profit out of them. Because talking to a guy who owns 2 shops, and he's saying that for a while there, it was 60 to 70% of his business was disposables. But he's saying he's having to spend that, shift that much to make the same amount of profit he would be making on juice. But someone's asked, how long does the pods last on that? Well, I've got one of the SMRT coils in there, the wee Nord SMRT one, and I'm getting anywhere from a week to 2 weeks, depending on what juice I put through it. If I use Dr. Vape's Nick salts in it, it's only lasts me a week because it's quite sugary. But a coil a week, and if you buy that's what's £9 for a coil with six coils in it.
Yeah.
So,
doesn't take long, does it? And take it a step up from that. If you do then like to start I had a conversation with a guy only today, and he was vaping. He saw me vaping. He wandered up to me. He said, "How long have you been doing this vaping?" I went, "God, since about 2011, 2012, something like that." He said, "Well, I had COPD." He said, "So I had to stop smoking." He said, "I was a very heavy smoker." And he said, I thought, well, I better try this vaping. He said, and to be fair, he said, it got me off my roll-ups quite easily. He said, and I'd tried a lot of times before. But he said, and he sort of held it up, gripping it in his hand. He went, "But I can't get off this," he went. I said, "Well, no, I get your point." I said, "A lot of us can't." I said, I don't particularly want to get off vaping. I enjoy vaping, like I enjoyed, to be frank, smoking. But so now I enjoy vaping. If you don't have some release in life, whether we've all got, an addictive part in us somewhere, whether it be smoking, drinking, tapping the table, or there's something we've all got in us that we like to do to release our pressure, if you like, sometimes that we feel. And and I said, "So what nicotine are you on then?" He went, "0." I said, "So you're not even getting
that's
nicotine."
why then.
He said, "But I can't." He said, "I'm sitting there at night." He said, "It's sitting beside me." He said, "Before I know where I am," he said, "I'm puffing away." And I said, "That can only be like when you were smoking roll-ups. That was the roll in your roll-ups." I said, "That's what you're doing with the vape." But he said that he was quite happy. What did he have? I think he had a Innokin tank, I think. And he said, to be fair, because he said, "What's yours?" I said, "That's a rebuildable." He said, "I'm not into that." He said, "I just want to." He said, "I'm not into messing about with them." He said, "I just want to put a coil in and use it." And fair enough. But what he's doing, can you imagine him buying these disposables? It'd be quite... He's doing it the best way. Pack of coils, a tenner. He said he's got 4 of these tanks, but they all sit there. He has 2 running at the same time with 2 different flavours, and that's it. That's all he needs.
Like one of the things I would say maybe disposables are good for is if somebody wants to try vaping, but they do want to make that, because obviously we've just come out of essentially 3 lockdowns, and they don't have a lot of money, and they go, I want to give this a bash, and they buy maybe 1 disposable, see how they go on. They go into the shop, go listen, if a shop did a scheme of like, you can have this 1 disposable, come back to me in a week, let me know how you got on, and then if they go, look, yeah, actually I really enjoyed it, then they can move on to that process of, this is a tank, this is a coil, these are your liquids. It's like a proper little journey that you can put someone on. But to completely stop smoke, and I get there's people that have done it. I'm not slating them, because if you've got off and using disposables, fantastic, well done you. But it's a really expensive way to do it.
I think Adrian Mason's comment there's a good one as well. Can understand disposables in the petrol station or such, but online store or multi-buy discount makes 0 sense. I agree. Do agree. I think you pretty much answered how long your cause lasted, didn't you, Roy? I did put the
I
comment up.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
see what
and
it is,
Graham.
shops
Sorry?
and online have to sell them, because if not, they're not going to get the traffic coming into the store.
I'm
And I
not
would
selling
much
them.
rather.
I never have.
Well, you're not, but
I'm not.
stores
I'm not.
especially.
I'm not conventional.
Yeah, but people need them to go into stores, because then stores are the only way that they can actually then maybe talk them round to get buying a pod system and everything else, because that's what like some Michelle's shops do. If they see somebody that's coming in regularly and buying disposables, they're easing them each time they come in more and more, going towards buying a pod system, telling them the benefits, money wise and everything else, and then the environment wise. But they are starting to turn people around towards the idea of buying a pod system, or even getting a Voopoo pod or something like that on the go.
I like Sean's comment here. Smock done a new one that's cheap as disposable, but can refill it and charge it. Can you imagine driving your Tesla and charging it up en route and say, while you're there, mate, plug me fag in, will you? Top up the tank as well on that while I'm here. Just struck me as
Like,
odd.
I've got plug and play. Yeah, great. Just plug me in. You're like,
Plugging me vape
Lovely.
while I'm here. Oh dear. Yeah,
One sec.
I agree, John. I agree.
What are you doing?
Curly Chew. What's Curly Chew putting? He's usually intelligent stuff. The industry preys on making new products out of date, so the consumer is naturally drawn to disposing of their current product. Yeah, I mean, we're all... I agree with you, Curly Chew. There's sometimes new products for new products' sake, and I try not to get involved in that. A bit like, I'll probably get criticised for doing it, but a bit like the 415, I got my sample, I've tried it, I love it, so I'm going to stock it. That's as simple as that. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't stock it. So I try and vet the products that come to me before they'll be on my site for sale. That's how I try and I behave in the industry anyway. Not everyone does, and I'll grant you that. The latest product from whoever in China comes out and everyone stocks it, and then it ends up being on special offer about 2 months later, and it's all cleared up and forgotten about, and on to the next one. And then very often there are some things that you can't then get coils for, or you can't get a glass for it, so you have to buy something else. So it does happen. So habit never goes away. No, that's right, Graham. It doesn't. There's always a part to what we do that you don't realise sometimes how habit forming it is. And a bit like, I have 6 to 8 e-cigs sitting beside my chair where I'm watching telly very often. Subconsciously, I pick up what I like best, and it's weird. Sometimes I'll rotate them a couple of times, but then when I'm not thinking about it and I'm vaping away and I'm thinking, yeah, I must like this one the best, because that's what, a bit like I'm sitting here talking to everyone, what am I using? I'm on the 415 again, aren't I? So it's just, you pick up what you tend to like the most, and you don't realise you're doing it. I don't know if that's aimed at me, but I don't know what I've done. Well done. I don't know what I've done.
No, it's Kieran's weight loss.
He's lost weight, has he? Ooh.
Yeah.
Midlife spread. Yeah, I can see it now. Losing weight is easy, though, isn't it? Let's be fair. Just eat less.
Just eat less.
Don't take it to extremes. No, Tina was on a keto diet. That worked really well for her. Really well. Basically, no sugar, and it works, doesn't it? But there you go. That's a whole new can of worms. We won't get into that. Mr. Intense has never got around to trying a pipe. I quite enjoy my pipe from time to time, but I wouldn't take a pipe out with me. I think if you went to a local somewhere and you sat there, you'd look a bit of a...
Honestly, out of the four of us, I think you would suit it the most, if I'm honest with you.
Because I'm the oldest.
Sitting there like,
Oh, only just.
No, I want a pipe. I don't give a fuck, you know.
Just in case we don't get to
what
this.
people think.
Just in case we don't get to this, and it's the second time Matt's mentioned it. He mentioned it in the last chat as well. Mark, have you got the Ambition Mods Borrow mod in yet? Another collab with Sunbox.
No. Haven't seen it.
Sorry for jumping forward, but
So no, you're right. It's a Borrow Tank mod, is it? By Ambition Mods.
that's what it seems like. Let's have a wee search for
While
it.
you're searching for that, Vaping Heed, good evening to you, sir.
hello, Kenny.
What's
Thanks
he
for
put?
jumping in.
Mark, I don't think you can screen share when you're hosting as it cocks up the stream. You need to add another scene and I believe set the source of your browser. It should work for me. It should. I've done it before, but clearly it didn't tonight. Unless they have just done an upgrade, so unless they've changed something and I wasn't aware of it, so I don't know. We're back. That's the main thing. We're back. Daniel,
See, Mr. Who just turned into a techie guru.
is
in
techie
his
now, is he?
absence.
Techie. I don't know what.
Oh,
It
yeah.
all depends what software you're using as well. I use Ecamm Live, which most people don't. So most people are using. What's the other one? Can't even remember it now.
Streamlabs
StreamYard.
OBS.
StreamYard. That's it. Yeah, a lot of people are using that.
I use
maybe
XSplit.
just XSplit. Yeah, maybe the disposables should only be sold in proper vape shops where Mech's idea will work, not in any other shop. I think they're always going to be more aimed at a sort of petrol station, aren't they? Yeah, I think.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
There's nothing on Ambition Mods website, by the way.
I haven't heard of it.
I was gonna say who
Mr. Benson, are you
asked
sure?
about it?
Are you sure it's Ambition Mods?
I was gonna say if they can put like a link in the chat, and then means that we can all
They
have a
can't
look
put
at
links.
it. Or...
They can't put links in chat anymore.
All right.
Adrian has put your version of the 415 review Nature Vape. What do you mean, Adrian? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by that. My version? Mark, oh, there you go. I've come across it now. Mark in capitals, yes,
right.
so I can see it. Have you
Amazon.
got the Ambition Mods Borrow mod in yet? I haven't seen it. Honestly, haven't. But I'd be keen to see it. I think it. You know, I always like something that takes a Borrow tank, so I'd be keen to see that. Eden Mark H. Graham Sugar Oot. Good God,
their
we're nearly at
Facebook
that time,
page.
aren't we? I just saw Daniel's post. That usually reminds me I'm getting towards the end of my time. Iggy, what's Iggy put here? The sensory cues of smoking are as strong as the physical addiction to nicotine. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I would agree with that. 100%. It's something to do with your hands, isn't it? I think about, what's it, Deborah Meaden, isn't it? She sits there like that when she's about to invest, doesn't she? She's like counting the money, I think. Wayne Laughland, good evening all. Good evening to you. Matt Benson on their Facebook page looks like a zero borrow. I'll ask her. I'll send a message. I've got to put an order through anyway for some more converters because I know we're either very low or out of them at the moment. So
yeah, it's called the 2.0 box mod. It was put out 7 hours ago.
oh, was
It's
it?
a Sunbox. It's a Sunbox. Don't know if Matt
Actually,
wants
where's
to show
that
it, but-
comment? Where's that comment?
Hold on.
Right, sorry for the slight pause. I am going to
my ring light's in the way, but that's it there.
While I remember. Ambition mods. I'm just going to take a picture and send it to her. There you go, done. Sent on WhatsApp. Right. Okay, I think. Oh, go on.
I was going to say, so it's designed by Sunbox and produced by Ambition Mods.
Yeah, so a bit like they're done with the
I tried to show this picture on my screen, but my ring light is giving me massive glare. Turn my ring light down a bit.
It's on their Facebook page, is it?
I share my screen. Mark, will it help?
I can see it. We can see it. I think everyone can see that. I don't want to crash it all again. I've done that once tonight. I'll never get you back, Roy.
Can you see it though, Mark?
I can see it. I can see it. No, I can't. I'm tempted to share it, but no, you took it away now anyway. So
I'll put the link in.
Yeah, there you go. So I'll have an answer about that next week.
AVC put it in as well, so.
Right, Adrian. I see what you mean now, Adrian. Haven't seen a review for the version of the 415 that you're stocking. Adrian, I was sent a sample. It's the YFTK one. I was sent a sample. I've been using it and I really like it, so I have ordered them. So they're on the way. So I haven't done a review yet, but I will do once they arrive.
Someone's put a comment. Hope it comes with a bishop.
What's that?
The box mod.
It comes with
a bishop.
M Pizza got my Ripley already. Another pro versus the bishop. Is the tank glass looks hardier, thicker. Already broke 2 bishop tanks. Yeah, that was an easy one to break. And Jackson, I noticed you said the same as me in your review. Careful how you slide it off. If you slide it off on the slant, you're liable to crack it.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I think we're near enough. By the time we say our good nights, reached the end. Thank you, Graham. Good show. Thank you for. No, it's not. Is it? 350 quid.
Shit,
I need to sell my children.
Shit,
no.
Good
Surely
God.
not. Well, I'll find out. I'll find out, folks. I will find out. So, yeah, I think we've reached that time. I'm really sorry once again for crashing it in the middle there, but you know these things happen. We don't often have a issue here. You know, I'm quite proud of the fact we don't normally crash anything, so it's all right. Now and again's all right. We'll get away with that, won't we? Jackson, you led us in, lead us out.
Oh yeah.
With your drink.
Thanks to everybody obviously in chat and everybody watching, and obviously with the hiccup coming back over and watching. So massive thank you, and just thanks to you guys as well, and thanks to Matt for having us on the show as always. Until next time, stay safe and vape safe. I'll pass it over to Mac.
Well, you didn't mention your YouTube channel, Jackson. What's that all about?
Go on, man.
Not so shabby.
You know, what a cracking tank. I'll cracking. The Ripley. You've got to jump over there and watch, Jackson. Come on.
Go on.
I put my plug down there.
Pass it somewhere.
Right. Right, so thank you to everyone in chat for joining us on both the live streams this evening. It was great to obviously see you all there and over here as well. To all the casters, thank you again for a fantastic show. It's always a great laugh every single Tuesday. It definitely breaks up the week. So thank you so much. I have my own plug for anyone who's interested. Bargain Vapes Live have now got their own Discord. That's my plug. If you're interested, on my Facebook page is the new Discord link. You can go in there and we can have some shits and giggles, as Skint likes to say, and it's a good laugh. We've all had a great laugh so far. thanks again, and I'll see you all next week. And I'll pass it over to Roy.
Yeah, just to echo what the other two have said so far. Thank you to everybody in chat for joining the 2 streams. And my plug's not for me. My plug's for Michelle. Anybody that's on Instagram, pop over to her channel tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. When she does her wee live stream. I think she's looking at IVG sister companies juices tomorrow evening. She'd be very grateful to support. If you're on Instagram, give her a wee follow, a wee like.
Have a little look
Hello.
at Michelle. She always has a giggle on Instagram. I was on there
Does
once. It was good fun.
You were. And Michelle B
Yes.
Vapes, if anybody is wants to know what it is, just search Michelle B Vapes and there you go. And I'll pass it across that way up to the boss.
Diagonal. I'll just put Sean's comment on there. That makes more sense. The Sunbox one was $350. China one would be cheap. That makes more sense. AVC under £100. There you go. So, someone's getting a nice kiss. Good night tonight, Roy. Roy, what'd you have for tea?
Michelle, that's just way of saying, can I have a cup of tea, please?
Michelle doesn't drink tea.
It's for you.
Nice one, Adrian. I like that. Hang on. Vape plug. Yeah, okay. Like I say, folks, sorry about our little gap in the middle, but never mind. These things happen. We all had a bit of fun. Been nice to see everyone back. And so, 50-odd people came back, so thanks for that. Never know what's going to happen when you crash, do, but not to worry. So next week I will have this up and running, the QP Juggernaut dual coil. I've already got the single. I enjoyed that a lot, so there's no reason why I wouldn't enjoy the dual coil. And what else will I have? I'll have a bit of more of an idea of the Cloud 2. Tell you about that. And bound to be other things, bound to be. So until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for all your lovely comments. Stay safe. See you soon. Bye.
Blankety blank. Blankety blank.
Bye-bye.
Blankety.